John G here. This video is about the opportunity of community-developed open source software in Detroit. I built this landing page, Go Build Detroit, using Cursor AI a few weeks back. Just talking to ChatGPT basically, and entered it into Cursor AI here to generate the Next.js page for this route, this landing page. It's a little bombastic, I think. Why now? No one is coming to save Detroit. No, we're the ones who've been waiting. We've been waiting for this. Our land, our future. Let's build it together. It's kind of intense, but yeah, basically automatically built that using Cursor AI. And so today, what I want to do is really just go over this opportunity. So there is there used to be some open source software. There's definitely open source software building in Detroit. This is one that I noticed that's more like community focused, specifically in the startup community. Join our community, Startup Detroit. Detroit Startup Community starts here. Get involved. It's got Meetup, Slack, Digest. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just like look at this real quick. Okay, so something on Techstars. But basically, it's an open source repository listing a bunch of different startups in Detroit, all links to their websites. And this is old. So you can go ahead and click contribute on GitHub, and you can see it here. 7-8 years ago, this was developed. I actually know one of the developers that helped build this. So I'm definitely looking forward to connecting with him and talking about, when they did this project 7-8 years ago. But this is way before tools like Cursor AI. This is a AI generated thought process. We put together community impact projects for collaboration, decentralized identity management system. Detroit has a decentralized identifier, or excuse me, a Detroit ID. And I think we have an interesting opportunity to build a decentralized identifier in Detroit, or at least just adopt it among our community. It doesn't have to be anything to do with the city, although I think there is a city verification process that should be done, since we can easily, we have facilities that we could go verify digital identities with, decentralized identities with government entities as a use for different ways of interacting with our government. So I definitely think that's something that we should look at adopting, but we also definitely can explore just like how to use decentralized identities within our community, in our direct communities. And so that's definitely something that we should be looking at collaborating around, using open source and AI. Events management platform. I have a good start on this actually already. There's definitely an easy opportunity to leverage crypto for this, but easily integrating with Stripe as a cheap payment platform rather than Eventbrite or other different ticketing platforms. So we could reduce the cost of event ticketing, and also just do crypto native ticketing with local event organizations and stuff. Collaborative resource pool managed system. So this idea is, so business community managers organize specific purposes. So I think I talked to an elderly person in our community. They were talking about a senior tenant association. So I think our senior tenant associations should have the best software products to be able to integrate with their community and their neighborhood. So I think something like that, the value of building open source software in that arena specifically alone to pool resources around would be huge. But I think nonprofits in general could benefit from resource pooling tools that we could build at open source software in Detroit. Community award incentive system. This is something to engage communities. And this is something where I think individuals can really tailor and build businesses around this community reward incentive system. And so I think there's a lot of opportunity here to get people involved in this specific endeavor. I'm not going to go through all the details of this, but there's a lot there that could be done. And then a local business integration platform. So we should be supporting our local businesses. I know TechTown is big in that. I think open source software built around supporting small businesses here in Detroit with an emphasis on tech assistance. I know Justin Anawu, the director of entrepreneurship, was big on that, providing tech resources, specifically in crypto and blockchain, but technical resources in general. I know there's already community organizations that do that, nonprofits that do that, but using Cursor AI and open source software, I think we could do a lot for those organizations in general to support our community here in Detroit. So those are a few things that I think we should be doing. And so, yeah, I think one more thing I could highlight here. So I have a whole, I'm just putting my thoughts and ideas together with ChatGPT on this. So I believe there's a unique opportunity to bring developers together in Detroit to develop open source software that impacts our community in a positive way. With the advent of AI, education and development with the advent of AI existing, education and development using new technologies using new technology in general, just from the education of it all. There's reduced barriers to doing that. Like I've learned a lot about different tooling just from using this AI software. I've learned a lot of different technologies over a short period of time. So with the will and educational resources of just awareness, I think there's a lot we can do in general. And so I think organizing and communicating and sharing these learnings and tools and just videos like this potentially, or what I'm going to be doing here in a second, will help educate a lot. And so with that, the AI agrees, of course, it wants to be used. And I created this document, or this brief response. Detroit's open source opportunity. We believe there is a unique and timely opportunity to bring developers together in Detroit to build an open source software that meaningfully impacts our communities as new technologies emerge, particularly with the rise of AI. The barriers to understanding, deploying, scaling impactful solutions have never been lower. Yeah, see, words it way better than I did. By cultivating a collaborative system of builders, educators, organizers, we can harness open source tools to improve civic engagement, local business development, creative empowerment. Together, we can co-create technology that reflects the need of our neighborhoods, amplifies voices of those often left out of digital conversion. This is more than just coding. It's a collective action through software. And yes, I would like to develop this landing page further. So this breaks it down into just different, like a more marketing compelling outline of this initiative. And so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to copy this and go new file, OSS, PSX, paste it into Cursor AI, watch it go. So it's computing. So the one thing I found with this, I mean, I like styled components a lot. This will get somewhat technical. Style components are, I just, it's pretty clear CSS rules, using tokens. I get Tailwind tokens. I've used Tailwind tokens a lot, but I think with auto-generated style components, like this is just a better look and feel in UX of just looking and reading code. We don't need all those Tailwind components. And we can easily migrate these to other to their own component library. And then these also take in functions, which is really cool. You can actually pass in parameters into these components, and then we can reuse them across pages really quick. Anyway, that's a lot of context, but so this automatically generated. We have a few warnings. Doesn't like the apostrophes. Cool. Those are fixed. And so now if I go over here, OSS, open source software, boom. Yeah, this is fucking great. So yeah, I'm working on a forum. This could probably be in here. Contribute on GitHub. So yeah, we'll add the GitHub repo, pitch a community idea. So yeah, we'll add like a community idea forum. And then yeah, we'll have different IRL events so you can see and connect on. Not meetup. All right. Yeah, so I think our forum, that's where the join now. Yes, sign up for early invites. So yeah, so it'll basically just, I could take you to email capture, I guess. I want to just Web3 way. But yeah, we'll have conversations that go on within this forum here, and yeah, I think we could have a lot of conversations along this regard. So I think that's it. Is there anything else I want to go over? No. All right. John here. I'm looking forward to building with you guys. Let's get some events going here soon. Really just education, learning, and sharing. I'm excited about, the opportunity. I'm excited to talk to you guys. I'm excited to learn and meet more people. I met some really cool people over this last Sunday. And yeah, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's build. All right. Peace.